Hello everyone! Welcome to a Small Turtle YouTube channel. So, na-miss ko na kayo lahat guys. So, ngayon, magkakaroon muna tayo ng word hunting game bago niyo malaman kung ano ang topic natin today. So, gagamitin ninyo itong alphabet code para mag-unlock sa mga words na from 2 to 6. So, number 1 is already given. Alright, so I give you 10 seconds. Okay, fast forward po. So, number 2, so yung word is, the word is atmosphere. Number 3, the word is troposphere. Number 4, the word is stratosphere. Number 5, the word is mesosphere. Number 6, the word is thermosphere. Alright, so given these words, our topic therefore is all about the layers of the Earth's atmosphere. So before we proceed, let's first define what is an atmosphere. It is basically the layer of gases, commonly known as air, okay, surrounding the Earth. So the most essential learning competency for our lesson today is discuss how energy from the sun interacts with the layers of the atmosphere. So, ito po pala ang composition ng ating atmosphere. So, 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and the remaining 1% contains several inactive gases like argon, neon, helium, hydrogen, and xenon, and several other gases that vary in concentration like water vapor, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, ozone, nitrous oxide. Then, although water vapor and carbon dioxide make up a very small amount of the gases in Earth's atmosphere, they are very important because of their ability to absorb heat. So, they help regulate the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, basically itong mga gases na ito. But we are just going to focus on those following objectives because this discussion about carbon dioxide, retaining heat, will be discussed in the next module. So let's have the following objectives. So at the end of the session, the student should be able to describe the features of the 5 layers of the Earth's atmosphere. Second, differentiate the layers of the Earth's atmosphere based on variation of temperature. And third, manifest perseverance in performing the given activities. So, speaking of activities, let's have our first activity without much further ado. So, you are going to use this graph you're going to answer the table, use the graph at the left side. So, just recall our discussion in mathematics regarding the Cartesian coordinates, wherein we have the y-axis and the x-axis. In our graph here, the x-axis is the temperature in degrees Celsius and the y-axis or the ordinate is the altitude, meaning the height from the ground. So use this graph average temperature profile in answering this table. By the way, for those who are not around, they can choose to copy this or just directly print the soft copy we sent to our messenger group chat. Okay, you may now start. Okay, there you go. Let's answer the table for number, it's already answered for number 1. So let's proceed directly to stratosphere. The distance is 50, thickness is 40, temperature of course increases. Mesosphere, by the way, you check your own work. Don't you worry, I trust you. For the mesosphere, distance is 85, thickness is 35, temperature decreases as altitude increases. And for the thermosphere, based on the graph, distance from the ground is 500, then thickness is 30, then temperature increases as altitude increases. Okay, now let's proceed to the next part. Do you have your answers? Do you get the same correct answers? Okay, very good then. So let's now proceed to the next part. So let me ask you the following question. In which layer is temperature increasing with increasing altitude? Okay, very good. So basically we have stratosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Okay, based on your activity. Second question, in which layer is temperature decreasing with increasing altitude? Okay, we have troposphere and mesosphere. So those questions are very easy because they can be answered based on our activity. So let's now go deeper in each of the layers of the atmosphere. So basically, let's start with the troposphere. It's where weather conditions occur. Basically, because marami ditong clouds. It's from the word tropos, meaning change. Weather conditions keep on changing here. And air here is always moving, as you can see in the screen. And another feature of the troposphere is temperature decreases as altitude increases, as you can see in the graph at the right side. And by the way, besides that, planes passing through this troposphere the passengers are having a bumpy ride because of the clouds. And another thing is, in the troposphere, it's the place where we live. And let's proceed to the second layer. It's from the word stratos, meaning layer. There's another layer here in this layer, and it extends from 10 kilometers to 50 kilometers. It is weatherless, no clouds as you can see in the screen. And the jet, another feature is let's go back. As you can see, the jet are passing here because they will have a very nice ride here. They want to experience the bumpy ride, unlike in the troposphere. Yeah, as mentioned in the earlier, it's where the ozone layer is found in the stratosphere. So basically, the ozone layer protects us from harmful UV rays. Then, in the stratosphere, temperature increases as altitude increases, as you can see in the graph. Okay, so as we go higher, nagha-higher din ang kanyang temperature. Okay. Then, in the mesosphere, it's from the word meso, means middle, and it's the coldest part of the atmosphere. So we can see there ice clouds. And of course, meteors and other celestial rock fragments burn up in this layer. So, nakita nyo sa screen ang parang mga falling stars. They are the meteors and other celestial rock fragments. Nag-burn up sila sa atmosphere dahil sa friction and momentum. Then another feature sa mesosphere is temperature decreases as height or altitude increases. Okay, nakita nyo dito sa screen or sa graph, nag-decrease ang kanyang temperature as altitude increases. Then we have the thermosphere. It's from the word thermo, means heat. Napakainit kasi dito sa layer na ito. Then temperature increases up to 1,500 degrees Celsius. And nakita nyo naman sa screen, space shuttles fly in this layer, this thermosphere. Another feature in the thermosphere, it's dito ang aurora makikita natin, or the polar lights. In the North Pole, we call them aurora borealis, and in the South Pole, we call them aurora australis. So, meron siyang event, okay? Napakagandang event na makikita natin sa kalangitan. Then we have the exosphere. It's from the word exo, means outer. Air here is extremely thin. Satellites are stationed in this layer. And as you can see in the graph, as altitude increases, temperature also increases, just like in the thermosphere. Okay. bago tayo mag-summarize, para hindi niyo makalimutan ang 5 layers of the Earth's atmosphere, just don't forget to have this word sentence: the silly mouse tries escaping. Troposphere for the, S, silly, is stratosphere, M for mouse is mesosphere, T for tries is thermosphere, E for escaping is exosphere. Okay, and in summary, we have this. Alright, so in the troposphere, as height increases, temperature decreases. In the stratosphere, as height increases, temperature increases. Okay, directly proportional sila sa isa't isa. Sa mesosphere, katulad ng sa troposphere, as height increases, temperature decreases. So they are inversely proportional to each other, yung height at saka temperature nila. And in the thermosphere up to the exosphere, as height increases, their temperatures as well increases. They are directly proportional to each other. Okay, I hope you understand our topic. Now let's proceed to our next part. Alright, so nandito na tayo sa ating application part. So, let's have the first group panel discussion. You are going to apply the second objectives. Second group poem, third group rap. And you're going to do this for 5 minutes. You can send your output in our messenger group chat for those who are not around. Okay, i-fast forward na lang natin ang ating lesson. Okay, let's have the presentation of your output now. And for the assessment, okay, let's have the Nearpod. Okay, so yan ang link ninyo para sa inyong assessment. So, you may do it on your own. This is self-paced. Okay, pagkatapos ng ating assessment, punta na tayo sa ating assignment. So, you're just going to make a 3D model of Earth's atmospheric layers. So, katulad nito. Okay. Then, we have the rubrics in scoring your output. Okay, you can send your output in our messenger group chat as well. And for our concluding activity, I want you to answer this question. How does the different layers of the atmosphere protect us from harmful rays coming from the sun? For your answers, you may answer or you may write it in the comment box below. So bye-bye and thank you very much for listening.